Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
He just needs to fuck her and get it out of his system.
Oh, maybe.
That's what needs to happen.
Maybe.
You know what? Do you know what I mean?
You are a Kathy. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where, I don't know, we have a celebratory party that takes place at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're all drinking lemonade.
Was it lemonade? Do you think there was vodka in that lemonade?
I don't know, but there's like this very subtle overlay of age being funny.
I know.
That I find really hilarious. Like when they're trying to figure out how to FaceTime.
That was great.
I mean, it's just funny. It's ever so subtle.
I know.
But it brings me great warmth and joy.
Right, because I do some of those things myself.
100%. And so Amanda and I just covered, my name's Amy Archer. I'm your host. I'm here with my best friend, the bacon to my eggs, Steph.
Ooh, hi, what's up?
Because you're kind of shaped like a bacon and I'm shaped like a fried egg.
Oh my God. Shaped like a bacon? That's actually a really pretty accurate visual of the two of us standing next to each other, at least.
Absolutely.
Because I'm so much taller than you.
So Amanda and I are covering 90 Day Fiancé, The Last Resort.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her today when I was recording with her this morning that there's like this celebratory after party when they've all finished therapy and like they're getting trashed and it's at night, it's on a beach, everybody's like dry humping each other. And I was telling her about this celebratory party after the pickleball where everyone's like in their little tennis skirts and they're like sipping lemonade and it's 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and that's the party I want to be invited to.
That's the party I want to be at. I want to be in bed watching my murder show by 9.
100% yes.
And
I'm not apologizing for it either. If that makes me old or I don't even care.
It doesn't
make
what
I want
old.
To do. No, but that's what the world is, the universe is telling us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're partying at 4 year old. I give 0 fucks. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. Guys, we are here to talk about everybody's favorite Glampa. Who walks silently and carries his big dick. Gerry, the Golden Bachelor, episode 4, just called week 4. Which, come on, do better.
What can we call this one?
I don't know. I can't spitball on site like this. It's tough for me to
I'm
going
to think about it.
Maybe
I think we should call it
Mania?
Zip It. Zip It.
Zip It. How about Snip It? How about Snip It?
Snip It works, yes. There you go. Welcome to episode 4 of Golden Bachelor. Oh, right? Yeah, Golden Bachelor.
Golden Bachelor,
Snip
the
it.
Golden Bachelor.
Snip it. Snip it, Teresa. Snip it.
I'm just going to say this right up front, and it's going to be an unpopular opinion. I don't care. I hate Teresa.
I fucking hate Teresa. I've been saying this since day one. I hate her.
I have a new front runner, and I will get to it.
Okay.
Since, he sent...
I bet it's the same one.
Oh, I bet it is. I bet it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So Teresa and Faith are chilling, and Teresa is exercising.
Oh my God.
By punching the air.
Sometimes I just randomly punch.
And I'm like, okay, I can do that kind of exercise.
I wish everyone could see us right now.
She tells the camera that she has a great relationship with Kathy and wants her to be happy.
I hate her.
You have a great relationship with Kathy?
No, you don't. You're awful.
Kathy
Saw
told
lady.
You off last episode.
Yeah, go away, Saw. I hate her.
So the girls are together and Trista comes in. Now, did you watch Trista's season?
No, I literally wrote in my notes, who the fuck is Trista?
Trista was the first Bachelorette. That is actually a season that I watched. And she married Ryan the fighter, who was super hot. Firefighter?
Fighter?
Firefighter.
Okay, not a fighter?
Oh my God.
He fights fights.
Christ. Guys, I can't talk.
He's like a vigilante. He runs around town and breaks up fights.
So Ellen is freaking out that Trista is her role model.
Mm-hmm.
And I just picture Ellen being like, Roberta, look, I'm standing next to Tristan. Okay, Ellen's my front runner. I'm just saying it right now.
Too. I knew it. I goddamn knew
Yes.
it.
Yes.
I knew
She
it.
needs to be protected at all costs.
Yes.
She is everything.
We wrap Ellen in goddamn bubble tape, bubble
Mhm.
wrap, whatever that shit is. No one even breathes near her.
Mm-mm. That's
She
my
is.
Graham's name,
I
so I'm
know.
protecting her. But she's like, she's bubbly, she's friendly, she's sweet.
She's empathetic. You could tell she cares about people and her like she's everything that we need Gerry to have to replace Tony.
You know, guys, fast forward a
Not
little
that we're
bit if you don't want to
replacing
hear
Tony.
this.
That was terrible.
We're not replacing Tony.
I said that. I didn't mean it like that.
I know what you meant.
I just meant filled a void.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean. Like,
I know what you mean. I'm just teasing
God,
you.
I'm terrible at this.
No,
Carry on.
listen to me.
I am. I'm listening.
I have to tell you something. Brace yourself. Roberta has passed.
Oh, Aim.
I know. I feel
Roberta.
so bad. The only thing that would make me feel better is to know that Roberta saw Ellen and Gerry get married.
Oh, we
I
don't
know.
even
I
if
know.
we do.
Okay. So, out of nowhere, with zero context, Trista's in there and she's like, this process works. You just have to be open. You know, I married Ryan. We're still married. It's been like 12 years. Everything's great. Whatever. Out of nowhere, Teresa comes forward, holds Trista's hand, is like, I know how you feel. I had the first date with Gerry.
I know.
And I feel so special. What are you doing, bitch?
Shut the fuck up. Why does she not know when to shut the fuck up?
She just really doesn't.
No. And then I'm breaking up your notes. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
breaking
go
up
ahead.
the recap. But then she like asks Kathy to go talk.
Oh, later. Yeah.
Oh, is that later? I thought it happened earlier. Oh, so pissed off.
So, Kathy tells the camera at this point, here's the thing about Teresa. She might be the one, but she needs to stop talking. Needs to stop talking about the date. And she just can't seem to find the off button.
Kathy is not wrong.
Kathy's not wrong.
Kathy is not wrong, and they did her dirty.
They did. They did her dirty.
I'm pissed.
Trista delivers a date card, and it's Leslie who gets the one-on-one. I have thoughts on that later.
Same.
The girls now play pickleball, and Ellen is in her glory. This is her shining moment. She was made for this moment.
Was. And I loved it so fucking hard.
Like, she plays pickleball 4 times a week and is a captain of a team or something.
Yeah, that's it. I know. I just think she's adorable.
She has been training for this her entire life.
I know.
Okay.
So adorbs.
Sandra has never played, but she'd like to donkle or dunkle Gerry, whatever.
I have no idea what that means.
Oh, okay. Those must be game terms?
Maybe. Did you see them play, though? And that crazy fucking save that Sandra pulls off, and we find out she has 2 fake knees? What? How is Sandra 75?
Sandra is in amazing shape. Sandra is in better shape than I was when I was 25.
Same, and she's my second runner-up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I love her.
Because now that April's gone. April was my second runner-up. She's
April
gone.
was a psychopath, but I loved that she was a psychopath.
So, all right. Gerry has a hard on for pickleball. He's like, ooh. I mean, it is part of his life. And then Joey shows up. I have no idea who this guy is. So I researched him. He was the runner-up on the latest Bachelorette, and he's going to be the next Bachelor.
And he's adorable.
He's very cute.
He's young.
He's a little young for me. He's a little on the clean side for me.
Oh, I think he's adorable. I
need
thought
to
he was
dirty him
super
up a little
cute.
bit.
Well, I mean, we could do that.
So
you can dirty up a 4, Amy. Can't dirty up a 2.
That's true. Now I have a question for you.
What?
Is April the one who falls and fakes the injury? Yes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was totally dramatic, and she was like, oh.
Now I have a question
laid
for you.
into him. I can't. I hate her so much.
Is this or is this not something I would pull?
Totally. And you're like,
I would 100% do this. I would 100%. I don't think the initial fall was an act.
No, but
But I think she milked it the minute she saw the
oh,
sympathy
yeah.
from
So,
Gerry, and
I
I'm
don't
I'm
think
here for it.
I don't think you would have fallen. It would have been something with your short arms. Like, "Oh,
Mhm,
I pulled
mhm.
on my muscle." Like, it would have been that, and you'd be like,
But I woulda had to sit
"Oh,
down and cry.
no." Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but it wouldn't
Yeah.
have been a fall. It would have been something with your arm. I just know you. I know
I have
the
something funny to
injury.
tell you, I have something funny to tell you.
Okay. Oh god, I'm scared.
You know how sometimes when we don't think people are listening, we make weird noises?
All the time?
Okay. So the other day, my kid I'm in the car with my kid, and we're going through the mall parking lot, and we get out of the mall parking lot, and she's just laughing hysterical. I'm like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Every time you turn the wheel, you went, mm, mm, mm." Like it was an effort to turn the wheel.
That's
And I'm
funny.
like, "Do you see these T-Rex arms I'm dealing with?
Uh-huh.
Everything is an effort, okay?
Everything's an
Fuck
effort.
off."
Everything's an effort. Fuck off, bitch.
God,
That's
okay.
cute.
So
I love
April
your girls.
falls, Gerry cuddles her, she winks at the camera, and she's like, "I'm totally fine." I love her so much.
So here's the thing, I hate her because I think she's a psychopath, but I
Mm.
love that she's nuts. Like, I love
I
that she's a little psycho.
Did you see the after credits shot where she's saging the
Saging the
entire
house,
house?
that would have been
Yes.
me. You
Yes.
know that would have been me.
She's amazing. She's
Mhm.
amazing.
No, right, but I hate her, but I love hate her. It's bizarre. But that would be me saging the house because 'cause I'm always saging shit.
Okay. They make teams of 2, and the
Mhm.
winning team will be featured in Pickleball magazine. Ellen's all juiced up for this. She's like, "I'm ready to go."
Mm.
So her team wins to nobody's surprise. She's with
Mhm.
Kathy, and their team is the Pickalicious Paddles.
Mhm, mhm.
So, where am I? This is a foregone conclusion that she would win. Like,
Mhm.
come on.
If she
Seriously?
didn't win, I was gonna be upset. That
Now,
would've been awful if she didn't, right?
what
Could you
happens?
imagine?
I know she would be humiliating in front of her entire
Yes.
Delray Beach community.
Yes.
Um, Here's this next thing that happens is what absolutely drives me crazy with these reality shows.
What?
Setting my feminist side aside, okay, and the fact that we're having
Mhm,
women compete for a man, whatever.
mhm.
I can get into it. It's fun. What drives me crazy is when he makes out with one,
And then
walks
goes and
over,
makes
and makes out with the
I
other.
know, I actually make it I made a note of that this week because he does
Sir,
it, like, all day, that whole
sir,
fucking afternoon.
brush your teeth between. Let's do a palate cleanser. My God, you don't even drink the same wine and then a different
No,
wine. I
I
said
know.
that wrong. You don't
I
even drink 2
2
wines
wines, I get
next
it.
to each other.
We're picking up what you're spelling, Aim.
God,
But
Jesus
no, so
Christ.
you know what was really funny though? When
Oh, no, what?
Kathy in her big, long, lanky body that I can relate to as a piece of bacon, who was, like, in her, like, skin tight green dress and, like, looking out the door to see him making out with Gabagool. It was
I
really funny.
Him making out with Gabagool was wild, but we'll
Yeah,
get
I
there.
didn't see that
I didn't
coming.
see that coming.
Yeah.
So we learn that Sandra is missing her daughter's wedding for this. Now,
I
what is your
know.
thought there?
I mean, I love Sandra, but I
Yeah,
don't
me
know
too.
that I would have missed my daughter's wedding, especially if it was her first wedding.
Especially if it was like you have a 1 in 22 chance of landing a date with this guy.
Yeah.
If
Mhm.
it was like married at
I
first
know.
sight and she definitely was going to have a partner, but
I
like,
know. And I love her. I
then I was
really do,
thinking
but I'm like,
her kid is probably like 40. So
that's
it
why
might
I'm
be a
saying I wonder
second wedding switch.
if it wasn't a first win marriage.
Yeah,
Not that
maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to judge her too
I have
harshly. Let's
no,
just
me too,
say,
right.
yeah,
I have mixed feelings about it.
yeah. Let's
I'm
just say we're trusting that Sandra made the right decision.
right.
Okay. So Gerry and his ladies have a toast afterwards, and Sandra steals him away.
Mhm.
And together they call her daughter, and she's like, "I swear to God, my daughter was okay with this, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "She told me I got my guy, mom. Now you go get yours." And Gary's like, "Well, golly gee, maybe we should get this old-timey device and make her appear on the other end of it."
And they fumble with the
They
FaceTime.
fumble with the FaceTime, which is me, I am them. It's
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh,
100%.
relatable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now Teresa decides she's going to pull Kathy over. And then
Mm.
here I wrote, they're calling this an after party and they're drinking lemonade at 4 p.m.
Some of them had champagne, though, I think.
Mm.
No, I saw like wine glasses. Gerry was drinking lemonade. I noticed that, and someone else might have been.
I wonder if Gerry doesn't drink. He seems like he'd be in
He
the
like
teetotaling
like
movement.
a straight edge kind of, yeah. Yep. I
um,
bet you're right. That would be sucky. I
it'd
don't
be
think I
sucky
could
for people who drink.
drink, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I could be with somebody that didn't drink at all because I enjoy to drink. Like, I enjoy
Yes,
to
yes.
drink.
These women, it might interfere with their medication. I don't know. Like I'm getting to that age where it's like I gotta
I
watch
mean,
what I
we're
drink.
there. I'm at that age, yes.
Hmm.
But
So
man,
Teresa's like, I just want to make sure we're good, Kat. Do you want to reenact? Let's reenact.
wait, what?
You're gonna be
Oh, oh,
Kathy.
I'll be
I'm gonna be
Kathy.
Teresa. This is the snippet. Okay. Well, the zip it. Okay, here we go. Kathy, I just want to make sure that we're good because I know we're besties. So are we good?
Teresa, I don't understand where you got that idea from, but we're not friends. We're here for the same purpose. You want a guy, I want a guy.
Well,
You know what? We all have a connection with Gerry. You want to be honest? I got a connection. You got a connection. Just shut
I
up, Kathy.
I
We
just
get
don't understand what's happening. I mean, I
Teresa.
wasn't trying to be cruel.
Teresa, can't you
But did you
understand?
know that he felt my left tit? I mean, it was by
Teresa,
accident. We were cruising down the
Teresa,
highway with no headlights
Teresa,
on,
do you understand what
but
it
he
feels like to
grabbed
be on the other
it.
end of these conversations? No, how would you feel if I told you, "Hey, I'm going on a date with Gerry and you're getting sent home today"? You wouldn't
Well,
like it.
well,
It's
I
not
would think
nice.
that was
Teresa,
great because,
no. You know
Gary,
what, Teresa?
the
You know what,
quicker the
Teresa?
rest of
Just
you
zip
are
it.
out of here.
Teresa, zip it. You just don't know when to shut the fuck up. Just zip it, Teresa. Zip
Oh,
it.
Kathy, you're
Zip it.
so mean.
Teresa, I can't fucking do this with it. She's crazy. Teresa, zip it. I'm out of here. Bye, bitches.
All right, I have
Mic
to say
drop.
something. And scene. Your Teresa or your Kathy is very close to a Richard Nixon. Say I'm not a crook in that voice. Come on. Say I'm not
I'm
a
not a
crook.
crook. I'm not a crook. Oh, you guys, this is so
Okay.
much
All
fun.
right.
Everyone
So
hates
that
us.
happens. And then Kathy says,
But someone tell me, why won't Teresa leave her the fuck
I
alone?
don't know.
She's obsessed.
Teresa is someone who always needs people to like her,
I hate
can't
her.
have anybody mad at her.
But I think she's secretly deviant. Like, I don't think she's just dumb and can't read a room. I think she's a fucking psychopath.
Maybe.
I don't like
She's a
her.
bitch.
She needs to go. And I
So
hate that Gerry. Go ahead.
Gary tells us that he had a chat with Trista.
Mhm.
Golly gee, I had a chat with that good old girl Trista. And you know what that lovely lady said to me? Stop looking, Gary, for the woman you could live with and start looking for the woman you can't live without.
Wah, wah.
And this is like
Okay, Gerry.
revolutionary to Gary. He's like, what? Didn't even
And
think of that.
if Teresa were there, she'd be like, "Wow, that's not an original thought, Trisha. Trisha, got an original thought."
Richard Nixon, is that you? Okay.
Somebody get Richard
So
Nixon on the line.
now we see just Gary going through the women.
Mhm.
He's just meeting with them, meeting with them. He sits with Teresa and she tells him, when you came up to the room to comfort me, it was so wonderful, Gary. And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's like, About that. Like, why were you so upset? What was going on there?" And
Mhm.
she's like, I thought everyone would be sharing their dates and, their information about the dates. And
No, you
Kathy
didn't.
said, now this little manipulative
It's psycho. It's
biatch. Listen to
psycho.
what she said here. Kathy keeps telling me I'm the one. Teresa, I know you're the one. Uh,
What?
I never saw Kathy
No,
say that.
never said that.
But I made the
Never.
mistake of saying we had great chemistry. And you know what she did? She yelled at me to snip it.
Mhm.
Just snip it.
Shut the fuck up, you psychopath. Amy.
So
How is
Gary's like,
she
well, golly gee, this behavior is disappointing. I don't like when people mistreat one another. So he calls Kathy over and he's like, Teresa has brought to my attention that at one point in the conversation, you said zip it. So Gary has it right.
Yeah, but I don't appreciate the way he spoke to her and didn't hear her side of things. I
No,
didn't like
no.
this interaction at
He's
all,
under
Gerry.
Teresa's spell. He's under Teresa's
Yeah.
spell.
Gerry, get it together,
Are
okay?
we applying way more drama than is necessary to this?
No. No, justice for fucking Kathy, you guys,
Yeah.
because they did
Mhm.
her dirty, and Gerry no, Gerry, do better. Be
I don't know
better.
if I necessarily would rally for justice for Kathy because I don't really care about her that much.
Oh, I thought she was
If this
fun.
was happening to Ellen, knives out.
Well, yeah, but Kathy is like Kathy's like that strong ass aunt that you need in your corner when you're fighting with your mom. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So, like,
Mhm.
I liked Kathy. I don't
Okay.
know. God damn it.
So Kathy explains, but Gary's like, I don't understand this, Kathy. I gave you a special rose. Like, I'm not happy with this.
No, he says, I comforted you too, didn't I? Didn't you get a rose? "Well, yes, I did." And then he like shuts it right off. Like, no, don't. He scolded her
Hmm.
like a child. And this was not a side of Gerry that I liked.
Well,
I'm
it's so
sorry.
funny because I was like, boy, poor Gary having to deal with this. And then I remembered, dude's got 2 daughters and
Mhm.
2 granddaughters.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
been at this rodeo before.
My dad had 5 daughters.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it.
When you raise more than 1 daughter, you have a degree in conflict resolution.
Yes.
Okay, so Gary now gives a rose to Sandra because
Mm.
she missed something so big. And Sandra's like, oh my God, he's so sentimental. I love him. What a sentimental dude. Okay.
Is she not adorable?
She's adorable. I love her. Okay.
I love
Now
her so
we have the date, and I am very upset by this date
Mhm.
because I think we need to stop this elder abuse of putting people on ATVs.
In dangerous situations. She was
Not
clearly uncomfortable and scared, and so was I.
I saw 2 instances of elder abuse yesterday. One was this, putting
Mm.
Leslie on an ATV. 2 was when I was watching the finale of Virgin River, and they have the carnival, and
Mhm.
I saw, I don't know if you spotted it, poor Liddy, who we already know is having episodes, they had her on the tilt-a-whirl, and she gets off and she's stumbling. She's like,
Poor
"Oh,"
Liddy.
and Hope has to grab a hold of her.
Oh
And I'm like, "Why are we doing this to old people?
I don't
Stop."
know. It's like they're going out of their way to, like, make it like, "Look what they can still do." Like, no one thought they
Leslie is
couldn't.
clearly uncomfortable. Now, listen.
Here, I don't think it's just that she's uncomfortable. She feels unsafe, and there's a difference,
Yes,
and I don't like
yes.
it.
She keeps saying, like, "Not happy, not happy, not
Mm-mm.
happy." And he's like, "Oh, get on." And let me tell you something. I've ridden many a quad,
Oh, yeah.
and they're terrifying
Mhm.
when you're not into that kind of thing, they can be terrifying.
Well, right.
No, I don't
Yeah,
like
I
this.
didn't like it. Mm-mm.
Now, I have to talk to you about Leslie because we need to find a way to not come off as 2 judgy bitches when we talk
Mm.
about her.
It's gonna be real hard because that's who I am.
Here's the things I know about Leslie,
Alright.
because I know many Leslies, may have even been one at one point.
I think we've all been a Leslie at
Leslie
some
describes herself
stage.
as hurt and abandoned from the
Mhm,
past.
mhm.
Here's what I know to be true about Leslie without really knowing it. Leslie has 100% dated a bass player in a band.
Yeah. Oh god, yes.
Leslie has 100% worn a guy or worn a guy, dated a guy who's worn a leather jacket and drove a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Okay. And I'm not judging her for these things. I'm just telling you. I know
No.
this.
No.
Leslie 2000% has flashed her tits at a concert.
Dude, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, she might have done that, like, recently.
Leslie has been to Burning Man. Leslie enjoys the Grateful Dead.
Oh, me too.
Mhm. Leslie wishes she was a child of the '60s, but she wasn't.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
She
I
wouldn't
see
have been.
that.
Let me think. If she's only like 62.
So she was a child of the
Yeah,
'60s,
but she
dude.
wasn't old enough to like go to Woodstock and stuff. She would
True.
have been born in like the
Mhm.
'60s. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
Uh,
I agree with these things.
yeah. Leslie's favorite Beatle is Paul.
I don't think so. I think she likes John.
Don't you dare say it. No, she
She
doesn't.
likes John. Yes, she
No.
does. Yes, she does. Just saying.
Leslie's has read Jack Kerouac.
Leslie has been in a bar fight.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah, she
She's
has.
she's instigated a bar fight between two men, but she's never been in one.
Oh, I think she's cracked some bottles over some heads before,
Mm.
like a Beth Dutton.
Oh, okay.
I
Mm.
see it. Well, she says her picker is off. So I think
That's
she's
what I'm saying. She stated
yeah.
trash, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I recognize this in her because
Yes.
I've been there.
We've all been there.
Leslie loves to go to Ocean State, Maryland. Leslie has been thrown out of a Mexican restaurant after 17 to
Oh my
help
god.
me. Margaritas.
Margaritas.
Mhm.
Oh dear Lord. Poor Leslie.
Leslie is what we call a woohoo girl. Leslie goes to the local casino and sees all the cover tribute bands and gets drunk with their girlfriends from the office and is screaming woohoo in the back.
So Leslie is definitely like not financially stable and doesn't have like savings or retirement. Like I think
Yep.
she's a fly by the seat of your
She
pants
runs
kind
up a
of.
Victoria's Secret credit card.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I think she's really like spontaneous, or what's the
Mhm.
word when you're
Mhm.
like recklessly spending, like impulsive. She's probably impulsive.
Mm.
I could see that.
Now, here's the things Leslie is not. Leslie is not on any medication.
Nope.
Leslie is not handicapped in any way.
Nope. She doesn't go to
Leslie
physical therapy.
She doesn't doesn't need physical therapy like Amy Archer does.
She's
She's
not on blood pressure medication
nope, like
or
Amy Archer
cholesterol
is.
or
Nope,
cholesterol
nope.
medication.
Mm-mm. Leslie is not the bitch who needs to take the ramp at the airport instead of just walking.
Right.
Mhm.
That's a good one. Leslie
Yep.
carries her own bags too, I bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Leslie is Leslie is not seeking out aromatherapy.
No.
Mm-mm,
She is
mm-mm.
probably smoking a lot of weed and burning incense though.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Weed that she bought at Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it
So
now.
so this
Yep,
has
yep,
been
yep.
Judgment Corner, guys. And here's the summary. The summary is Leslie's a badass bitch who's
Uh,
seen some shit.
uh-huh.
She's not a good match for Gerry. Gerry's way too lame and boring for her. She's never going
Mhm.
to be happy with him. This woman dated Prince. Do I need to say anything else?
But I also I don't dislike her. I
I don't
dislike
dislike
her
her
for
either.
him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, this bitch could run circles around me. She's healthier than me. She's prettier than
Dude,
me. She's got her
no.
shit together more than me, probably. I don't not like her, but she will be bored with Gerry in 5 minutes.
She will leave him
She's
heartbroken.
she's the type of woman, and I was this one way too, who just likes the chase of the toxic man.
Yeah, I think you're
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
Because again, sexual trauma that I said last week.
I
Telling you,
feel like
dude.
she should have been on Rock of Love competing for Bret Michaels.
See, now you're
Mhm.
talking.
Mhm.
Yes, that I could
Mhm. Okay.
see.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. All right. So if you're still listening and haven't shut us off in in disgust, we're going to continue now.
So, can we talk real quick though? I don't know where you're going next, but we need to talk about how she assaults him with that kiss in my dog just moaned. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
let's finish their date and then we'll go to the
Okay.
never have I ever. So they're talking now and she fakes that she had fun and she's like, "Yeah, it was great." And she says she holding him made her feel safe. And I just wrote he's way too lame for her. Way
Yeah.
too lame. She says she doesn't have a good picker. She says, he makes her feel a certain way that she hasn't felt in many years, and she's been by herself for 22 years. She's been in relationships, but she's been single for 22 years.
Mhm.
Now they hop in an inflatable hot tub and they start making out.
No, she assaults him. They don't start
It's
making out. She assaults him. You could see
here's
he's even like he puts his arm back on the hot tub because he's like,
Tony, help
yeah.
me. Here's what is so weird about this situation.
Okay.
They are in, I almost said they're in full pajamas. They're in their bathing suits in a hot tub in the middle of a field. And
Yeah.
he's got a rose and he has to present her with a rose. It's so
It's
formal for an
weird.
informal moment.
Yeah. It was weird.
He also has a giant lion tattoo. And of course, I
I
looked it up. He's a Leo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could see that though.
So
He's a real family guy.
he says, I can imagine leaving here with her. She makes me feel a certain way.
Yeah, horned up.
So
Something in the
meanwhile,
loins. He feels something in the loins that he hasn't felt in a long time.
something in the loins. All right. So meanwhile, the women are playing Never Have I Ever. Now
This is
I'm
hysterical.
gonna run these past you, and we'll see where we stand on them.
Oh shit.
Have you ever kissed another woman's husband?
No.
No, I haven't either. Had sex in the workplace?
No.
No, me either. Sandra says, by the way, that her and her husband did it everywhere,
I love that
which
for
I
her.
love. Oh, and she goes, BT dubs, I'm lactose intolerant and I'm eating this ice cream. It's going to come back to haunt me. Had sex in the back of a car.
Yes.
April goes, I've had sex in the front seat, the back seat, on the steering wheel, on the rearview mirror, with the side mirror up my ass, like everywhere, on the hump in the back, everywhere. And been with a woman sexually.
I have
Mm-mm.
not.
Susan has.
I know.
You
Gabagool.
go, Susan.
I can see Gabagool
Good for you.
with a nice, strong woman.
So now Gerry heads to the mansion for the rose ceremony, but they're going to have a little cocktail party first at like 2 p.m. He walks in, he's like, look at my 9 bitches. Look at all you bitches here to see me.
And they're like,
and he's dressed in like khakis.
yeah.
Like, okay, dude, calm down. You got that outfit at Kohl's. Okay. So he pulls Susan aside.
Cash. Peyton gave him a Kohl's cash. Jesus Christ.
He pulls Susan aside and he gives her the gift of rose quartz. And he says, this stone has empathy and strength. And she reminds him of Tony. And I wrote, this came out of nowhere. And I feel like he's really leading her on because then they do a heavy makeout session, which Kathy spies on.
Right, which is the best. Which is the best. I mean, it was the best curse. But what's weird about this is they make a point to say that, like, I haven't spent any one-on-one time with Gerry. How does he know that she reminds him of Tony if he has never been like in an intimate conversation with her?
Right.
I didn't like this.
I don't like this.
I don't like it because I don't think he's gonna choose her, and I do think he's leading her on.
I do too. I thought he was going to send her home that night.
Me too.
I think she'll go next week.
I do too.
So Kathy sees them kissing and she comes back to report. Do you want to do a little bit of that? Who should I be? Teresa.
I forget this. What happens?
We'll just make it up. We don't have to have facts. Okay. So you go out, you see them kissing, you come back. Go ahead. I'll be Teresa. Hey, Kathy, have you seen Gerry? What's going on with him?
Gerry's outside getting a nice piece on the patio. He's out there with Gabagool.
Oh, no, you're kidding. Oh, but is she riding in the convertible like I was? Does she have her headlights on?
Teresa, shut up and just listen.
I shared a chocolate milkshake with Gerry, and he is out there and
he is carrying his big hard dick. He is just swinging that fucking thing around.
The flash mob happened.
Oh my god! And then he's making out with Leslie, and then he kissed me, and I bet he kissed you too. He's just fucking kissing everybody. We're all gonna need a goddamn antibiotic before we leave here.
President Nixon, what are you planning to do about U.S.-China relations? Now we're at a White House briefing.
I'm gonna burn the fucking house down. That's what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna burn it down.
Okay, thank you. And scene. Okay, so Ellen and Gerry go sit outside, and she says, "My feelings are being ignited." She decides to tell him she's falling for him, and they start crying and making out. I mean, they are just sucking face.
Amy, I kind of cried a little bit too.
He starts to cry and he says no one has said those things to him since Tony.
And I was thinking, okay, like, that must be a weird feeling.
It's gotta be, right?
'Cause then I was immediately like, "Oh, what if, like, Patrick wasn't here and, like, no one told," like, I was truly thinking, like, that is I can see how that might feel a certain, like, you might feel a certain way about it, like,
Yeah,
emotional.
it was like when Nancy put on the wedding dress.
Yes,
It was really emotional.
yes,
Like, there's so many of these firsts that you don't think about.
yes.
It's
Although
really
I
interesting.
am glad that nobody said, "This is so cute and so romantic."
Romantical. Okay. So they're making out, and she's going, I just have so many feelings for you, and it's hard. And he's like, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And did I take a screenshot of him saying, I know it's hard? Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I
I
did.
love you.
So now Nancy pulls
Harry
him
and his
aside,
big
and she's
hard dick.
basically like, I feel nothing for you, and you feel nothing for me. And
Yeah,
he's like, same, same. Yeah, you're
yeah.
done. And she
Peace.
leaves. Then we have Gerry has his weekly existential crisis about how he's hurting people and doesn't deserve this.
Mhm, mhm.
Now, does he do the rose ceremony without his emotional support quarterback, Jesse Palmer? Yes, he does.
He does, but Hawkeye does come out
He
to
does come out.
say
He does
he
come out. Is
does.
Jesse Palmer a quarterback?
I don't know who he is.
What was his
He's
position?
Hawkeye.
I
I
need
don't
to
know,
look it
wasn't he
up.
a bachelor? I don't know who he is. I just
He
know
was,
he
but
comes out at the end just to tell the ladies that it's Gary's final rose, and I'm thinking, "Why is he telling them? What was the point of that? Don't they know that? Can they not see it? Are they blind?" Like, what was the point? Did he just need to make an appearance in this episode, and they're like, "Oh, just go out and tell them that's the last rose." Like, what?
he played for the Giants and the 49ers, but we
Oh,
don't have a position. Oh, quarterback.
yeah, I don't
Your
know.
girl's got it.
I know, you're good. He's just Hawkeye. I don't know who he is, didn't even know his name.
He was the bachelor.
Okay. He's
Okay.
Hawkeye, but why did he, like, it was just so awkward. He just
I
comes
know.
out and
I
is like,
know.
"Oh, it's the last rose."
I
Whatever.
need eyes on his contract to see what's entailed there.
Right?
Because he's probably making
Way too much.
$50,000 an episode, and he appears for a
Mhm,
minute.
mhm.
Okay, and by 50,000, I mean 500,000 an episode. So people going home are Kathy and
Mm.
April. Bwah, bwah.
Oh, poor Kathy. She
We'll
was
get we'll
done
get
so
Kathy's
dirty.
parting words in a minute from you.
Okay.
So Teresa's like, "Oh my god, thank God Kathy's going home." She doesn't even go near
Oh,
her to
she's,
hug
like,
her.
gloating, that bitch.
Yep. April is a queen who handles herself with respect and is
She does.
like, "It's been fun, but,
Mhm.
I'm out."
Peace out.
Kathy leaves and Gary's like, "I'd like to walk you out." And he says, "I hope you find your guy." And then Kathy has some words in a confessional. What does she say, Steph?
Uh, I might burn the fucking house down on my way out. Which I love so much.
Oh my god, it's so great. So great.
I feel like I might be Kathy's me in, like, 20 years. No, she is.
Oh,
Think about
okay.
it.
And I feel like I want to be April, but I
You're
would end
not.
up more
You're
being like
Ellen.
Ellen.
You're
Mhm,
Ellen. Let's
mhm,
be real.
mhm.
You're Ellen. I'm Kathy.
I am Ellen. I would be on TV being like, "My friend Stephanie wants me here."
And I would just be like, "You guys, can we all just shut the fuck up? Can we just shut the fuck and everybody just do your job and shut up?"
So, we learn from Gary that we are halfway through the season.
Although, I might be pulling a little weird, April shit, and I would totally be saging the house.
You'd be saging, but
I'm
I
so
think you're more
weird.
a Kathy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird though that I have that, like, weird fake hard exterior, but I'm, like, secretly not even secretly, like, I'm saging people's energies. Like, what?
Yes.
I should be saging my own energy. Well, hi, Sterling.
My cat just jumped up in the window. "Hi, Sterling." Okay. So here's who's remaining. Now, I want to talk to you about who stands a chance. So we'll go through one by one.
Okay,
Okay. Now, don't forget, he will take it down to the final two. So let's see if we could predict who's going to be in the final two.
okay.
We have Teresa.
I hope not.
I hope not, too.
I'm afraid that, like, he's
She's going
not
to win it.
smart enough to see past her bullshit.
Hmm. Do Charlie and Peyton get to weigh in?
I
That would be
fucking hope so.
fantastic. That would work for me.
Do you think we can get them on the pod?
Oh, I'd love to interview those two. I'd be like,
Yes!
"How did it feel when Grandpa was making out with one woman and walked over and made out with the
Yeah.
other.
How did it feel when Grandpa was feeling stuff in his loins?
How did it feel when Leslie accosted your grandpa in the blow-up tub?
You guys, that would be fun. Peyton
That
and
would be
Charlie,
fun.
if you're
Mhm,
listening,
mhm,
slide into my DMs. We've
mhm.
gotta chat. That'd be fun.
So, then we have Leslie. No, let me just read the 5, and then we'll pick which
Alright,
2 we think are
alright.
gonna be in the
Okay,
final.
okay.
Teresa, Leslie, Susan, Faith, and Ellen.
Can we just start with Faith?
Can
How do
we
I
d
know nothing about
can we
her?
just start with who definitely is not gonna make the 2? Susan.
Faith. I know, and I love Susan, but she's gonna go.
I think it's gonna come down to
Oh,
Leslie
no,
and
I'm
Ellen.
thinking of Sandra. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Oh, I agree
Sandra
with
le
you.
Wait, where is Sandra?
Sandra's there.
Oh, I didn't name her.
I think
Sandra.
she's no. No, I think she's there. I think he gives her a rose
Oh, that's right, so
because
she's
she
not
was
at the
sick.
ceremony. Right,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
No, she's still there. We have Teresa,
Mhm,
we have Leslie, we have
mhm.
Susan, we have Ellen, we have Faith, Sandra, and that's it.
I'm rooting for Ellen. I want Ellen to win. Ellen takes it
Too.
all.
So I think the final 2 are gonna be, Ellen and
Mhm.
Leslie.
I
They're
agree.
not the 2 that I mean, I want Ellen to win. I
Yes.
would like it to be Ellen and Sandra, but I do believe it's gonna be Ellen and Leslie.
I think if he picks Leslie, he's gonna regret it.
Oh,
She's
he's
gonna
totally gonna
bore of him
yeah,
in 10 minutes.
yep,
Ellen is a match made for him.
totally, but I also
Mhm.
don't think Leslie is, like, gonna be real into family stuff.
Pickleball?
Yeah, like, this is just he just needs to fuck her and get it out of his system.
Oh,
That's what
maybe.
needs to happen.
Maybe.
You know
Oh,
do you know what I
Jesus.
mean?
You are a
No, he
Kathy.
does.
Yeah.
He needs to
Yeah.
just fuck her and get it out of his
So
system.
you need to tell Gerry, I have some friendly advice for you. Just fuck
Just
it.
fuck her. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get it out of your system and send her home.
All right, guys. If you haven't already, sign up for Little Miss Recap Extra, where you get ad-free episodes and extended episodes of Sister Wives and all that fun stuff. You support the show. Also, join in Backdoor Friends.
Yeah.
And
Come
that's our
hang out
Facebook
with
group.
us.
And listen to Steph and I cover Married at First Sight.
It's so great, you guys. You have to listen. We're having so much fun.
So much fun. All right, girl. Thank you. I love you. You're the bacon to my egg.
Love your buns.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.